Yeah, we're gonna have some intro music. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and I apologize if my voice sounds a little crackly. I've been doing a lot of woodworking, so the Big Bad Bench is full of dust right now. Hey, look. Hey, look at this thing. So say hi to everyone in the chat real quick. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Everything is Broken Garage, Retro Mac UK, Alan Gracia, Adam McGee, Epictronics, Chris Angelis, Garth Beagle. Oh, who else is here? Jack68K, the Tech Knight is here, Sloopy Malibu is here. I apologize if I missed anyone. Thank you all for thank you all for tuning in. So, what do we got here? We got a lot of wood on the Big Bad Bench. Why do we have all this wood? Oh, I also want to say, don't do anything that you see here on the Big Bad Bench today. This is really stupid. Nobody should do this, not even me. We're dealing with high voltages, and it's going to be kind of open. Hello, HC. So my thing is, right, so last week we were working with those LC575s that were like beyond repair. And so I want to turn one of those into a test bench, right? So something where we could potentially plug in a logic board and be able to look at it. Because when we have something like this, which was my Mac TV logic board, when you put this inside of the Mac TV, you can't like get to it, right? And so say that we have an issue with the CUDA chip, right? We can't like probe at it real easily. You gotta like have bent leads and it's a mess. So what if we have something where we like plug the logic board in outside and then we can poke at it? So that's our goal for today. I have started putting this thing together. Oh, we got more people showing up. We got Dave Diamond and I DIY. What's going on, people? So we got wood here. All of this wood is basically wood that I found in my big bad barn. Don't look too closely at it. It's not cut perfectly. Look at this. This is not great. It's not an example of high quality workmanship, but I did what I could. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on this week, but I wanted to get this project going and get it off of the Big Bad Bench because it takes up a lot of space. All right, so I have some of the screws done already. We're also going to have to do some drilling. Tell me how bad this noise is coming through the speaker. Action Retro, what's going on, man? This is definitely something right up your alley. Doing construction. Oh yeah. It's like an old-timey TV. It's like the TV that's behind me that you can't see behind the big TV. It is definitely janky wood. But you know what? It's free. Yes, Adam was one of the first to do a wooden Macintosh. Well, one of the first that I saw. So what I did was I measured these holes to kind of make them look somewhat consistent, and then used my drill press to get them started. So they should be sort of perpendicular. What? What are you talking about? Inferior fastener type? Oh, we have drywall screws. Don't worry, people. We got drywall screws. Dave Diamond says, shouldn't you put flux on that before tightening the screws? Excellent. I love it. Oh, no Robertson screws. Yeah, no. Sorry, I'm not fancy enough for that. And yeah, cabinet screws would look too finished. We are doing the BigBadBench janky bad bench. Let's see, do I forget if I drilled the holes on this one. All of these, oh, nope. I'm probably overdoing it with screws. You definitely don't need 2-inch screws for something like this. I will also say this is not my best example of carpentry because my table saw is currently out of commission, which is why I haven't finished the other wood PC. That one I actually care about how it looks. Should be Torx to match the Macintosh aesthetic. Yeah, that's true. All right. It is definitely function over form. Thank you for that, Dave. All right. Our wood over here is a little not planar. We're gonna have some help from a clamp. Epictronic says look great. Thank you. At least someone around here has some taste. Using a corner clamp takes away from the jank. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, we got a nice corner happening now. Oh yeah. This is some good stuff. Hey JVHS, how's it going? And Alanis, hello. Yeah, so this isn't my first go round with wood cases. I have shown one before that I did that was a dual socket 1366 server blade that I turned into a PC. Well, I guess I drilled those. And that one has a wood case. So my initial plan for this thing was that I wanted the analog board mounted here and then have the motherboard or logic board poking out of the top. I couldn't do that because the cables are not long enough, so I do need to have the analog board down here. I probably could get away with it being over here, but for the time being I have it mounted down here. Speaking of drywall screws, so this is my analog board mounting mechanism. So this is just some PVC trim and some drywall screws, and so it provides a little gap. Oh yeah, this part in particular is quality, Dave. All right, so let's show you how the analog board fits in here. So you lay it in there like that, and then you slide it. Look at that. Hi i80386SX. Oh, this is totally not high end. So yeah, that's how that analog board fits in there. Nice and firm. So gonna take that out for the time being. Okay, we gotta get this side in. This one I have not done yet. So this is also not permanent. Like, so my other goal is to have a hinge on here. So it's not exactly the right size, but I wanted to do a proof of concept for this slot on the side. Not jank enough, too perfect. Adam says, yes, you want that flyback and anode right where it's easy to touch. Hey, Tech Ambrosia. And Eric. How's it going, Eric? Uh-oh. I can't use my corner screws on corner thing on this because it's too far down. Oh man. Amber says this is the case building version of the Eldritch FPU. All right, I'm gonna have to do this one by hand. Oh geez, it's moving. It's moving. No, we don't want it to move. Don't move. Okay, I think we got one. Use the wrench as a desk vice trick from last week. All right, so let me show you this. So this is also, this is probably the most elegant bit of all of this. So this is the part of the, you know, the whole cabling harness the analog board plugs into. So what I did was I made a slot that was the right length, and then you can see there's a little groove cut out on both sides of it. So what's gonna happen is that goes like that, and the groove is just enough to let the wires go in there like that. So there's our analog board connection. That should be nice like that. Garth says it's going to be a heavy Mac. Have you ever lifted an LC575 to begin with, Garth? I'm kidding. I'm interested to see how this weighs in comparison to the original machine. Oh, that is not the right tool. DIY says, damn, I'm submitting this to Fine Woodworking Magazine. No, please do not. They will like send me a cease and desist order for woodworking projects. Uh-oh, I didn't drill at the bottom. Oh, I didn't do my measurements over here. We want this to look nice, right? Jeez. I think I did. Yeah, it's 1 inch here. And 1 inch from there. These are Freedom units, by the way. Oh, and I think, yeah, this 4.5 might show up exactly where it doesn't need to. So we can't do that there. That's one of the reasons I didn't do that. Okay, so this one's 4 and some 1/16. We don't use drills very often on the Big Bad Bench. This is an opportunity for you to see me probably run a drill right through my hand. Wouldn't be the first time. Adam's idea to make a plastic shelf for the logic boards is a good one. Have it be like a big video game cartridge. Jack68K says, John, you're gonna sell these things as kits, right? Yeah, no. I'm happy to release my plans, which are just like pulling crap out of my brain. Okay. Alright, so that's something. So there's our logic board plug-in site. Let's see how that works. They'd go like hotcakes at VCF. Look at that. That is technology. We are high-tech, folks. Let me tell you. Plugs. All right, let's start putting the rest of this thing. Let's get this monitor in. Oh, there's so much dust. Oh, there's already so much dust on the Big Bad Bench. Action Retro says, can't believe Apple didn't do this from the start, right? Like, what the heck, man? This is like green. You could use like particle board to build these things. Ugh. Okay. Like a glove. Like a glove. Like a ugly, dirty glove. Makeup Bomb says he wants one. You can have this one after I make revision 2. Why use the CRT? Because it's a nice Sony CRT. You got to use it for something. Yeah, I'll put my signature in. Call it rare, like Jack68K says. Maybe I should bring this thing to VCF East. What do you think, Sean? All right, so the thing I don't know about, where is it? It's this mess, right? Because we gotta have our degaussing coil. Yeah, that's an issue. Not sure how to deal with this. I guess we could sort of mount it, because normally there would be the standoffs would stick out further, and then the CRT would sort of fall in a little bit, fall down in more, and then this gets held in with, I think it was, I forget what. I think as long as we have it in the area, that it should be okay. Hot glue. I guess for revision 1, hot glue would probably be okay. I need little bracketry to hold this thing in. Like Adam says, do you really need the degauss for this? Probably not, right? All right, now I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna make more dust though, and I might have to take this whole freaking thing back apart. I'm gonna need a smaller drill bit. Ooh, PC slot cover. That's a good idea. What if we use these side screws, side holes, and we can take these off. Good idea that they had the extra side holes just for this purpose. I'm sure they were thinking of me when they designed it to have those extra little holes. Well, let's see. How long are we gonna need? Oh, 2-inch might be a good one. These 2 inches. Yeah, we might need 1 5/8" screws for this. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna need the 1 5/8". The grounding cable is there. There's grounding cables all over this thing. Oh yeah, where is the grounding strap for this? That's a good, ooh, geez. Where's the grounding strap? All right, we might have to look at a real one because I forget how the CRT is grounded. Maybe it's grounded through the EMI shielding. All right, well, regardless, I need to get some screws. 1 second. We used sheetrock screws for these, drywall screws for these. That's gotta be legally, electronically sound. OSHA would be cool with that. Eric says, will there be a hole in that panel so you can stick a wet finger in? Yeah, this device does not meet requirements for much of anything. We're probably gonna catch fire, but whatever. You know I do anything for all of you. All right, so unfortunately, I'm gonna need to take that side panel back off so that I can get back in there. All right, so let me show you what we're working with there. Oh yeah, this is light. So there you go. That's what, oh geez. Oh, that didn't make a dent in the BigBadBench at all. Okay, let's take that off. Yeah, good thing that wasn't original Apple plastic. Okay. Just gonna drill a pilot hole for that one. Of course, we don't want to go through the front. We don't want this thing to look bad. Alright, can I get the drill down underneath of there? Not sure. Ah, yeah, we can get it. Did we go out the front on that one? No. Okay. 25 people. 25 people are watching this mess. Oh my God. I'm embarrassed to be human. Just a reminder, don't do anything that you see here today. This is way dumb. Is the neck that far out so you can easily neck it? No, it's okay. Oh, shoot. There was engineering involved. You can't see it, but there's about an inch of clearance behind the neck. Okay, so now we got this thing. We need more drywall screws. I never thought, well, I never thought I'd be doing the BigBadBench as often as I do, but I never thought in the world, in the million years, that I would say we need more drywall screws while doing the BigBadBench. I80386SX says label it's genuine Sorny. No, this is a magnet box. Oh, that is sweet. Ugh. Look at that. Are we professional or what? How close is the fire? I think we're getting close to the fire here. DIY says, nothing good ever came from the phrase, I need more drywall screws. Especially not on a weekly computer show. Okay. Okay, so there's our analog board. So elegant, so elegant. Oh, there's the fan connector. I was wondering where the fan connects in there. Okay, we got to connect the logic, or the, what is this thing called? The analog board connector. I forgot to do that the last time. It's a lot easier if you connect that before you put in that side panel. So it goes in there like that. Why do I get the feeling there's going to be so much fire? Okay. All right, so that goes on there like that, I think. Yeah, that goes like that. I think our glue is in the way. This might not have been the right CRT for this analog board, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see here, but see there's clearance for the neck board there. Are these PAL or NTSC drywall screws? That's a good one. Okay. Turn that like that. Probably doesn't matter, but I don't like to have the anode cable dangling like right up against there. Okay. Anode cable connected. That's the speaker. All right, so we have Only 3 grounds. I don't like that. Or only 2 grounds. I think we're going to need to make more grounding. Because we got to connect to the implosion band. Alright, we're going to have to do a little wiring, but it's alright. We can wait for that for a little bit. So ultimately, I think we're going to be able to disconnect all this, right? So we can go from the analog board to the logic board connector. I think we can get rid of this stuff because basically you have your blue SCSI and that's about all you need to do. And like this is, you know, the front speaker connector and the picture setting thingies, the buttons for that kind of thing. Yeah, it's nice to have, but it's not totally required in a little tool like this. Gonna connect that before I forget to plug that back in. Degaussing coil. All right, gotta put a screw back in the front. Or in the side, sorry. Not used to having this many tools. Bob says, I've never watched a stream closer than I'm watching this one right now. Yes, hold on to your socks, folks. Oh, my big bag of caps. I bought all the caps to redo this analog board and 2 more. Just in case. One of these analog boards worked last week, so. Oh God, I don't like the way the CRT makes sounds when I use the screwdriver, the impact gun there. Can you hear that singing? Am I countersinking the screw heads? What do you think, Adam? How's that look? I'm just squishing them into the wood. That is my CRT singing in fear. All right, so I need to make a little grounding lead. 1 second, let me get some connectors. All right. So, what do you think? That spade connector's a little big. And I guess I don't have smaller ones. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna solder the wire. Come on, man. I want this thing to be like modular. So yeah, let's go to there. Grab some wire. All right. It's not 12 volt, but I think it'll say, hey, don't touch me. Jack 68K says, where the floppy and CD-ROM drives go. But that's the thing, right? If we use a blue SCSI, we don't need floppy and CD-ROM drives. So here's a little trick that you should never actually do in real world. But here we are. I'm going to strip that wire in the middle a little bit. Then pass the whole thing through there and then crimp that down onto that. Pass through ground. Gotta make sure to tie this thing up. Don't want that bouncing around the analog board. Connect that ground down there. Now we can connect this ground over here. And then we can connect this ground. Oh yeah, I could have just done that. That was stupid. That was silly. Whatever. Get rid of this. Now, I actually want this thing to be connected to a real ground. There should be another little lug around here. I think I remember seeing a spare. This thing does not connect well. All right, so I think for this one we are gonna solder it down. Oh, don't forget this thing. There's some kind of nubbin down in there. We don't want that nubbin in there. Okay, that's connected. We just need this ground connected. And we're gonna connect it down over here. Yeah, that's gonna work right. That's gonna be great. I mean, we have plenty of room to add CD drives over here if we really want to. Floppy drives might need a little bit of EMI shielding. Get my electric ready. Okay, let's add some of our giant solder on this thing. And I'm gonna just put a little dab of solder down on there. Same place where one of the other grounds go into. Yes, it makes my brain itch that that grounding strap is yellow. I'll find a better wire. Yeah, just solder it to the top of the flyback. That would be great. Oh, the metal strap on this flyback is covered. You can't do it. All right, folks. I think we're here. Ugh, my hat is all askew. Okay, so right now my power switch is off. Gonna turn this on. Okay, we ready? A little shaky, a little shaky. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. All right, I heard an electric noise. That isn't fire. So that's a good sign. Okay, we're gonna power it off and then grab our logic board. Let's clear some stuff out of the way. Okay. Logic board in place. Gonna need a keyboard. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now the other thing that's going to happen here is we're not going to be able to hear the chime because we don't have speakers. But let's keep our ears out. 3, 2, 1. High voltage kicked up. I think it's doing a thing. I think it's freaking doing a thing. Yes, we have something on the screen. All right, I'm going to shut this off. And unplug this for a second. The nice thing about, oh, geez, I forgot about the power cable. Oh, I thought I was going to get away with having being able to flip this thing up vertically. Let's use, what do we got here to stack it on? We were so close. So close. Yeah, so I plan on having a hinge top for this and some sort of back panel. Ew, trash. All right, actually, I think we can do this way. One second. Sorry, folks. Oh, I got these speakers right here. These will work. So I also need to figure out how to connect these speakers because I totally forgot. No, that's not going to work. All right, let's try some floppy drive holders. Got to leave that up there because we don't want to forget what we're working on. Let's go nuts and put a blue SCSI on this. I think this is the right image for the Mac TV. Oh yeah, this way is not ideal. That direction is not ideal. I might have to hold it. Plug it in a mouse. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I heard a thing happen. Our blue SCSI lit up. I heard voltage. And we are booting. Need to shut my lights off. There you go. Go, little guy, go. Oh, yep, that's the image. think our CRT needs some adjustment. But gosh darn it, it's working. Oh, this is funny. Okay. Well, there's proof of concept for us. Yeah, our clock's not set right. I'm sorry. Well, I guess that singing from the CRT wasn't too awful. There you go, and it's shut down. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the logic board. Okay, let's set this over there. Set our keyboard down. Let's unplug this beast. Well. Knight says I need to adjust the H stat on the back of the CRT neck board. Okay, I will do so. It's all manner of voltage or adjustments on this thing. So, speaking of Tech Knight, we all know how awesome of a person he is. He sent me the wiring harness for a Performa 630-6200, right? This one, this one's from a 6200 CD. So what my goal is to come up with a way to have both of these logic board connectors on the side over here, right? When you look at all of the stuff, you know, it's floppy drive, it's IDE. Well, on this one, it's IDE, it's SCSI. The main difference for the power for this one is this one also has a 3.3 volt, which supposedly it doesn't necessarily need. But I think we could theoretically get this thing wired up. A lot of the wires for this thing are like speaker, like that go to the analog board on this, are like speaker connectors, or speaker wires and microphone wires and sense wires and stuff for that. So I think we'll be able to get this thing wired up to be able to use the CRT on this thing. So I think that's going to do it for this week. I'll show you a project that needs to happen. I just got this week. Power Computing Power Center Pro 210. Got to go through that. And I also recently picked up this beautiful piece of technology. Look at that. It's an IBM Personal Computer 750 P90. This thing needs to get gone through. Oh. Oh. Where did the Power Computing computer come from? There was somebody on Facebook that was getting rid of a giant scanner. So I went and picked up the giant scanner. I'll be trying to take some video of that, and I will try to power it up. But it's a Linotype Hell gigantic flatbed scanner. I think it does like 8,000 DPI. So it's a cool old piece of equipment. But in order to take the computer, I had to take the scanner too. But yeah, that was an ordeal. The scanner, I looked it up after the fact, and it weighs 150 kilograms, which for those of us using Freedom units is about 330 pounds. So that was a lot. Even though I'm the big bad biologist, moving that 330-pound thing by myself was kind of a task. So we'll see if I can get it off the truck and power it up. Supposedly it has some issues, and one of the issues I could definitely see was that it was full of mice. So anyway, but we got the computer, and we'll at least archive that, get the software up online in case anybody needs that software. Yeah, I did it by myself. It was something. I almost died. That's a story for another day. Epitronic says we need to see that monster scanner. Okay, I won't post it on Twitter because I don't use Twitter, but I'll post a picture of it on Mastodon. So, or I'll do the other ones too, the threads and what's the other one? Blah blah blah. I forget what they all are now. But anyway, whew, this one today's took a lot out of me, but I appreciate you all hanging out. This one was a lot of fun. I'm glad this project worked out, and I think it's going to be kind of useful. Yeah, Blue Sky. Sorry, Alan. So yeah, I'm on Blue Sky, Mastodon, and Threads. Big Bad Biologist on Blue Sky and Threads, and Big Bad Biologist at bitbang.social on Mastodon. I am not on Snapface and InstaChat. I'm sorry, folks. So yeah, I think we're going to end it here. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Give me a like if you don't mind. That would help out a lot. And I don't know if Tech Ambrosia's still here, or are you streaming today? Definitely check out Tech Ambrosia's stream and Dave's Vintage Apple Tech stream tomorrow. And so yeah, have a nice week, y'all, and we'll be back with some other silliness next week. Outro music, outro music.